the desert, let the phone ring until answered. Please call.
Boy, he just said a truth. When you call, just let it ring. We apparently have a little problem with our audio when I have you on hold, so just let it ring until it's answered. Better way to do it. All right, now I've done something. Maybe I'm going to have some of you help me out. I think I may have put myself up on Periscope, so I may or may not be on Periscope. Now, here's the deal. You've got to be attached to my Twitter account, and I am ArtBell51. Let me repeat that on Twitter. I am ArtBell51. And if you are attached, then when I go up on Periscope, as I might be right now, hello, 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 I didn't even have a chance during the break to get it pointed correctly, so I don't know if anybody can see me. Somebody on Periscope or who's on Periscope right now, please go to the wormhole and let me know if I am on or not. If not, I'll try and fix it in the next break. And if I am on, then welcome to watching the back of my head. It must be absolutely fascinating. Let's go to our I Made a Deal with the Devil line. Hello.
You there?
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Good, I think.
I started to make a deal with the devil, but when the great horned one and his minions appeared, as you call it, I chickened out.
Oh.
So
listen, if you hold on a minute, if you called on the devil and the horned one actually showed up in person with his minions, it's too late. That's a deal done.
I don't know.
All right, what is it you wanted?
Well, I don't know if you want to hear what happened or the story.
I do. I mean, but when you're making a deal, usually it's because you want something, right?
Well, no, it's hard to explain. I was just out of the military. This was in the mid-'80s.
Okay.
And I worked in the semiconductors in Northern California, the Bay Area.
Okay.
And this new woman at work showed up. She was very beautiful, very exotic looking.
Oh,
the
yes.
boss wanted me to train her.
Train her?
She started asking, on the equipment, on the computer.
Oh,
we worked in the semiconductors.
I understand, yes.
And she started grilling me about religions as a whole. And then she strangely said, have you ever, she said the old, if you relinquish your soul to the devil, you'd gain fame and riches. Or she said it really strangely. And she asked me if I'd be interested, and I was very nervous. I just kind of jokingly said, oh, it's something to think about. Well, that night, all hell broke loose.
In what sense? I mean, were you with her that night?
No, sir, not at all.
Okay.
She just threw that one out there, and right. The shift ended. Uh-huh. And it was one of those nights where my parents were off on vacation. They asked me to house sit for them. So I was in my old home, in my old room, and somewhere between like 1 in the morning and 4 in the morning,
yes,
I heard this laughter, just this bizarre, just the weirdest laughter you'd ever hear.
Yes.
Basically just like that.
Yes.
And so I jumped out of my bed, opened my door, and I noticed every light on in the house. And even the oven light was on.
The oven light?
And I ran down, every light was on. I mean, you name it. If there was a light involved, it was on.
The oven light, sir, was just symbolic for you.
It could have been, exactly. And when I ran to the family room on those older TVs, when you shut them off, you know how the colors used to swirl and kind of fade out?
Oh, yeah, to a little dot.
Where the laughter. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's where the laughter was coming from. And so when I ran in the family room, the TV was just turned off, and the laughter stopped. Well, I'm a chicken by trade, and I jump at my own shadow, but I wasn't scared at all.
No?
So I'm thinking someone knew I was there. Someone's playing a prank on me. I'm checking the doors. All the doors are locked. I'm looking under beds. I'm looking in closets. I'm looking, you name it.
Yes.
My parents used to have little dowels in the windows that could only open the windows like a couple inches. I made sure all those were in place. Checked the garage. Every garage light was on. This happened twice. The second time, even more laughter. There was like 7 people laughing.
Yes.
Just really bizarre laughter. Well, the third time it happened, my dad's office door was slamming shut, opening up, slamming shut, and I opened my bedroom door just to see it swinging open.
Yes.
Every light was on again, and that's when I realized I was being ready to make the deal.
What makes you think you didn't make the deal? I mean, you don't get that. You don't get that kind of attention. You don't get that kind of visitor without a deal having gone down. Doesn't that worry you?
Well, but no, because nothing went down yet. This lady asked me, which, by the way, she never did show up at work anymore.
Yeah, but you did say you repeated what she said.
She said, would I? And I said, it's something to think about.
Well,
And I think I was being tested.
Well, you were.
But
the question is whether you passed or failed.
Well, I told them to leave, and I didn't mean any bit of it, and nothing has ever happened ever since.
All right. Well, there's still time left in your life. Let me know how it comes out.
Will do, Art. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Take care. Let's go to, I think, Phoenix on the phone. Hi.
Hi, Art. I'm shutting off the line because of the hold. Thank you. It's Phil from Phoenix. It's great to hear you.
Thank you.
You're a visionary.
No, I'm not. I'm not a visionary. I'm not a visionary.
Yeah, you are, my friend. It's so interesting that people mention Union Plaza and also Parasite Radio, because I listened to you from the 90s, and I remember seeing you.
Hold on. That's awful. It's not called Parasite Radio. It's called, and it's not radio. It's video. It's Periscope.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm nervous, Art.
I am too.
I caught by surprise because, the delay on the on the DM.
I know. They could be offended by that.
Yeah, I sincerely apologize, and Art didn't make the mistake. I did. But I do like to see your first time in space on the days of 9600 baud on Videotron. Whoever knew that we would have that. But I really wanted to ask you the question. I knew before you got back on the radio that, on this show here, that you had some problems with the bumper music, how you were going to be able to...
that's right.
On the right side. And what happened there?
Well, what happened there is we joined as what is called, we found something called a small webcaster model, which allows us at least, the music is very expensive, but in my case, I just wouldn't do the show without the music. I just wouldn't do it. So we found a way to do it, and it's called the small webcaster model, and there you have it.
Cool. Well, I'm a time traveler now to help you support that, because all my days between Phoenix and California, when I moved out there and also listened to you from Union Plaza AMDXing, it's been a pleasure. I'll leave with one last comment. The show that you had with Flat World John.
Oh, yes.
I'm surprised you didn't have Cracker Box Palace as a bumper song, but... Other than that, right. I'll leave the line for somebody else.
Right.
We're so glad to have you back. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you something about that. While everybody thought that was crazy, and it was, the Flat Earth Show has received more comment, I don't want to say than anything else we've done, but it absolutely has received just endless comment. Not all of it positive, but that's the way radio is. A lot of times, what gets people to listen? Well, it's something they either love or it's something they hate. And a lot of people hated it. But you cannot underestimate the passion that these people who believe the earth is flat have. You simply cannot underestimate that passion. And these are otherwise bright people. So I'm not sorry that I did that program. Not at all. And in fact, I might do another. You never know. I'm telling you, the passion is unreal. Anyway, let's go to my special I Made a Deal with the Devil line. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this Art?
It is Art, and you are on the I Made a Deal with the Devil line.
That's awesome. You know what? I've noticed that there's an absolute lack in women calling tonight. Like, we don't make deals with the devil.
Well, mostly people make deals for you, my dear.
Well, you know, I don't think that happened in my case, but my story is a little bit different. Like, I haven't necessarily made the deal, but I've definitely had the offer more than once.
What do you mean you had the offer? You mean somebody came and said, look, I can take care of that for you. All you need to do is X, Y, Z?
Well, yeah, pretty much. That's kind of been it. I've had a series of dreams over the last 2 years or so.
Yes.
Where this entity has come to me in my dream and basically told me that I can have whatever I want. He'll give me whatever I want. I just have to be specific, and I just have to either give him my soul or the soul of someone I love.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, there was somebody here earlier who had made a deal with the devil, and he said one of the things you need to be sure of is that you are very specific about what you want.
Right. I heard that caller, and that's absolutely true. And it's something that I'm aware of. I've practiced witchcraft since I was 13 years old, so I'm definitely aware of the specifics.
Yes.
You know, and I'm definitely aware that I probably opened up some energies that I shouldn't have. But, you know, you had the priestess from the Church of Satan on earlier in the week,
yes.
And she said something that really struck me that was kind of related, and it was that, you know, that kind of thing will drive you to the brink of madness. And I can definitely say in the last 2 years, despite the fact that I haven't really buckled down and said, okay, you can have my soul and, you know, we're going to do this, it's definitely changed me as a person.
Well, you're obviously teetering, right? Sounds like you're very close.
It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It told me that it would take the soul of somebody that I loved, but to me that's kind of like, I don't know, like a Freudian slip. Like, if I loved that person, I wouldn't give their soul to the devil.
Well, at least you're not giving your own soul. I mean, I know it's selfish, but there's a lot of souls going here and there, and so, I mean, if you really want whatever this is, then as long as it's not me.
Right. I feel it. I would never do that, Art. I swear, I would never do that.
All right. Well, all right. Thank you very much for the call. But see, really, technically, I should have not let you get away with that. Yes, you were teetering on a decision, but you had not yet made one. James on Skype, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, Belgab, Roswell's there, Art.
Well, thank you.
Just wanted to tell you, I did cut a deal, not going into specifics.
This must be MV.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I'm from
inside
Darbyville, Ohio.
Okay. So you actually did cut a deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, my thing was I grew up in a trailer in the sticks. And I wanted to travel the world. I also wanted to achieve certain goals militarily and also in law enforcement. So I went into the Army at 17.
Yes.
Went into the Marine Corps at 20, fought in the Gulf War. After the Gulf War in Okinawa, I found Jesus, okay?
Was this before or after the deal?
After. I was a young kid.
See, it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
Well, it does, and I'll tell you why. I know it does.
No, it doesn't. Once you cut a deal, it's irrevocable. It's
You say that, Art, but it's not.
I do.
And I'll tell you why I know.
Well, we'll find out at the end, right?
Well, I will, but what I'm telling you is my experience.
Yes.
My experience was I still do what I do overseas. I'm still a contractor.
Yes.
And, I've seen that I'm able to actually affect people in a positive manner.
Yes.
And also, you know, it's a total sea change from when I was 22 after the Gulf War.
Mm-hmm.
And, it just, you can tell when the worm has turned, as they say.
Yes, but you made a deal. That's the worm turn.
Yeah.
That's the worm turning.
I agree with that, but I'm saying that I did it as a minor who did not have full cognizance.
Oh, so you really think that the devil cares about how old were you at the time?
Probably around 14.
14.
Yeah.
Well,
and there is something called, you know, even in law, somebody who's a minor and non-sentient, and trust me, I was an ignorant hillbilly. There's a big difference. And, anyways, that's my story. It's truth.
And you're sticking to it, right?
Well, I'm sticking to it, and I'm telling you, I love your show, but I just wanted to, give you a big Belgab Roswell's and tell you that, you're the man.
All right, buddy. You
God
take
bless,
care.
brother.
Right, later. This is Midnight. I'm Art Bell. We're talking to people who sold to the devil. Would that be you?
All right. I'm being told that I am on paragraph. So, hello? Let me take a look. Let me take a quick look and see if I'm pointed correctly. Well, that's not too bad. Let me see. There. I hope you can see me. Probably just the back of my head. I'm going to turn off that light. Make it a little darker in here. That should improve the lighting. I think. There we go. So, now, oh, wait a minute. Let me turn the back light up. That should be pretty good for Periscope. You should be able to see the equipment, especially with the phone that's not sending the audio down to the callers, which is going to have to be fixed right away. My goodness. This is altogether too much fun. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing? Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Watched online. This is how I drink my coffee. You got a mic here. It's the only way to do it. Here I have my nicotine supply. That gum is already used up. And I have these cigarettes, which I can use, or better yet, I can use a gum during a break. Trying to give you guys an idea of what it's like around here. Well, let's see. I guess I ought to give out the devil line again. Didn't bring it all night. All right, let's see. Here we go again, I think. All right, let's rock.
Some of them just want to make deals.
Want to take a ride? exclusively on the Dark Matter Digital Network. This is Midnight in the Desert with your host, Art Bell. To call Art, please dial 1-952-225-5278. That's 1-952-CALL-ART.
We are also taking calls from people who have made deals with the devil. Lots and lots of those. That number, if you really made a deal with the devil, we've had several very serious ones, actually. It's area code 575-208-7787. That's area code 575-208-7787. Okay, let's go here. Let's go outside the country. Hello, it looks like Michelle.
Hey, Art.
Hey, Michelle.
So, okay, I'm watching you on the Periscope on my iPhone and listening to you on my iPad.
How cool
here
is
in
that?
bed.
That is awesome.
This is the coolest thing in the world. This is so cool, Art.
You're right. It is
cool.
cool. It is. It's an amazing world we live in now.
Isn't it just? And I love your studio there. I remember pictures of your old studio, and it looks so huge, and everything everywhere, and so many machines and everything. And this is just seems so simple and easy to use.
It is. There are like parts of it that you can't see. I would have to point the camera around, but there are racks of equipment and stuff like that. So
I wondered. I got two things for you.
Sure.
First of all, where'd you get that LED clock on the wall? That's cool.
Let me give you a good shot of that. I love that clock.
That is the coolest clock. I'm just watching the video and I can't stop looking at the clock.
There would be coming pretty quick a good clear shot of it.
Oh yeah, I see it. Okay.
Right. I actually own 3 of those in totality. I love them so much.
That's cool. That is so cool. So I was going to say a story for you. When I was a kid,
you are in.
Michelle,
you're in where? Where are you? Japan.
Oh, Japan.
Japan. Yes.
Near Fuji.
Right.
Actually, going to go climb it next weekend.
You're going to climb Fuji.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So when I was a kid, my dad used to go and he'd have to make deliveries real late at night. He was a steel draftsman, and sometimes they'd ask for last-minute changes.
Right.
He'd have to go deliver them real late at night. So he'd put me in his truck, and off we'd go at 1, 2 in the morning, and I would sit there in the truck and wait while he was talking over the plans and everything, and he'd be listening to you. And, I mean, I'm maybe, 11, 12, that kind of range, listening to you talking about aliens, and you used to scare the crap out of me. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. And now, listening to you again and then going back and listening to those old shows.
Not much has changed.
No, in a lot of ways, I don't think it has, really.
No, I still do the same thing.
And so that reminded me, too, guest I wanted to ask you about.
Sure.
Do you have any plans to have or know anything about David Paulides?
Yes, he's coming.
He is coming.
I really don't. I don't want to give away about guests, but people ask me and I can't resist. So yes, he's coming.
Sure.
He's coming.
Well, he's one of the ones that, of all the things that I've heard in all the years I've been listening.
Yes.
His scares the crap out of me.
Well, you know what? He may know where some of the people, who are admitting to these deals tonight are.
No, that's a thought.
It's a thought. All right, Michelle.
But yeah, his really, just because it's the realism, the fact that it's so verifiable, it's really happening, and he has no idea why it's happening is what makes it so scary.
Would you like to talk to somebody who's made a deal with the devil?
Sure.
Okay. Hello there. Have you made a deal with the devil?
I have. I was about 14 years old after my father had passed away, and I grew up in kind of a party house and had some crazy role models and whatnot. And when I was younger, we went ahead and we started cutting ourselves, and our left wrist and drawing the blood out onto a piece of paper.
Yes.
Now, what we had to do in order to sell our soul to the devil was to go ahead and sign our name in our blood and signing it over to the devil, then burning it in our wood stove.
And you did that?
And, of course,
where'd you hear that? Who told you that?
Yeah,
it was an old friend of ours we grew up with and partied with. And,
you're talking to Michelle. You're talking to Michelle in Japan, just so you understand.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Michelle.
So, Michelle, go ahead. Interview her. Let's find out about this.
Okay. Well, I grew up, when I was a kid, I went to a Baptist school, and I'm very far from that now. But when I was a kid, even talking about that kind of stuff was a big no-no. I mean, it was drilled into our heads that we were going to go straight to hell, that something horrible was going to happen. So what did you think? I mean, did you think anything was going to happen? Did you have that in your mind at all?
At the time, I thought it was possible. It was right after my dad passed away and my mom moved out of the house, and so it was just me and my brother raising ourselves, and we were teenagers.
Nothing to live for in a way, I guess.
And basically, yeah. And actually, 2 years later, my mother ended up overdosing on medication and passing away as well.
All right. Well, you don't make a deal for nothing. So, I mean, what did you want in return for this?
Well, I wanted my dad back. Well, that didn't exactly happen.
There's a show that's really popular in Japan about a bunch of alchemists, a couple kids that are alchemists that try to bring their mom back to life using alchemy, and which is the one thing you're absolutely prohibited from doing is trying to bring someone back to life, and it ends up ruining their life and putting them on a journey to try and fix everything. His brother gets turned into a suit of armor because his soul gets disconnected from his body, and they really messed up their lives trying to do that. And so it just kind of reminded me of that. But that's scary stuff. That's the one thing. Trying to bring someone back from the dead, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know exactly what I was doing. I just knew that I was willing to do what I could, and we also grew, like I said, party house, so drinking was involved as well, and other people were on drugs. So it was a little bit of a crazy thing, but we had some crazy circumstances arise after that. We had some Ouija boards brought into my home as well, and we moved our hands. That thing moved.
Oh my!
I don't know how.
I'm with Art on that one. No Ouija boards.
It's cardboard.
No.
Okay, so
when it was moving fully, it was pretty insane.
All right. Well, it sounds insane. Michelle, thank you, and thanks for helping with the interview. And so my question to you is, how do you feel now about the fact that, well, your fate is sealed in blood at that?
Well, I just live life. It doesn't, I don't look at all the negative things that happen and think that that's the reason, Art. But I do, it does go through my mind here and there of, am I cursed? I ended up dating a coworker of mine, and, his son's name was Damien, and his name was Byron. And the thing about it was I didn't know that he was considered a Satanist. He told me he did not believe in Satan and all this, but I went over to his house and he had, all sorts of Satanist books and a few other weird.
All right, listen, I've got a break. I've got a break. I got a break here.
Okay, well,
Hold
thank
on.
you so much, Art.
You're very welcome. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off Periscope. But thank you. Let's see. I was going to show you more equipment. I will very briefly show you, while the news is on. Let me pull the power cord out here. See, I've got a big arrangement where I've got a power cord because Periscope really eats up your battery pretty seriously. Okay, let me try and get the phone out of here. It's got a tripod. And there you can see additional equipment on the floor and gives you a look at the office. And if I get back far enough, And what I've got here, for example, if I turn around the other way, that is commercial soundproofing. And that's a monitor, which I don't allow to go out to the world. So everything is protected by
Lots of soundproofing. I've got more soundproofing over there, simple stuff, just a blanket. And that is basically the studio. I've got another computer over there, which carries all of the messages to me. There you have. See, our Periscope looks great. So there you have it. Signing off for tonight, everybody. Thank you, and good night to all. I don't know if it's working. I hope. This is going to be very uninteresting. Let's see what we got. 54. What do I want? Let's see. I know. Might as well keep it wild. These are all my phones. Those are... Hello, everybody. If anybody can see me. How do I even know if I'm on? I don't. Somebody, I'll tell you what, somebody send me a something through the wormhole and tell me if you're seeing me, okay? Say, yes, you're on Periscope, or no, Art, you're not, or something. That way I'll know. Let me refresh. Okay, well, I'll wait. Periscope. Let's hope. All right. Oh, I hear somebody outside the country. Okay, here we go, I think. That's how I drink my coffee. That way, if I spill it, I only spill a little. You're going to have to listen to the show elsewhere. You're not going to hear it on this phone. Assuming that you're seeing me at all. Oh, I've got a time traveler. My goodness. All right. We got 1 minute to go. I've got a big clock up there. I don't think you can see it. These are all people calling. They're all over the place. Aw, little girl. I'm sorry I'm not answering all of these. I'm still upset about thick cell phones. Okay, here we go. All right. Need no education. Yes, we do. We don't need no control. Thought control.
Call the show. If you're east of midnight, call 1-952-CALL ART. If you're west of midnight, call 1-952-225.
Was that clear? It wasn't really, was it? Try it again.
This is Midnight in the Desert. To call the show, if you're east of midnight, call 1-952. Art. If you're west of midnight, call 1-952-225-5278.
All right, there is a slim possibility that I'm on Periscope now. Now, if you've joined me, I'm Art Bell 51. That's Art Bell 51. In any case, I think. Lowercase, I suppose. ARTBELL 51. And if you're joining me on Twitter, then you have been notified that I'm on Periscope. And maybe, let me do a refresh. I've asked somebody to go up there and tell me, oh, I'm live on Periscope. Thank you very much. Cold War said, Dave said, Glenn said, Hans said, Marlene said. Oh, a lot of people said. Well, they're looking at me. And so, that's weird. It is kind of creepy. Let's go to, I don't know, let's go overseas somewhere and say, Jeff, wherever you are, you're on Midnight.
Hey, Art Bell. How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Where are you?
Well, actually, I'm in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, man, you're on the wrong line.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Can you still talk to me?
Yeah, no, I can't. That's against the rules. I'm sorry. Xavier, you're on Midnight. Hello?
Art.
Yes.
It's great to hear you, sir. Welcome back to the airwaves.
You. Extinguish your device, please.
And that is done.
All right. Where are you?
I am in Florida, sir.
Oh, Xavier.
Well, I'm sorry. Did I trick the system?
Yeah, you did. It's for overseas only.
For tricking the system.
Okay, well, you didn't trick it because I can't hold on to you. I'm sorry. You're going to have to call the North American line, as did Donna. And let me see if I can get Donna on. Donna, hi.
Hello, Art.
Hey.
Long time no talk to you.
I'm very glad you called. Where are you?
I'm in Arizona, about 2 miles north of the Mexican border.
Oh, okay. You could have almost used my international. Anyway.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that to you. I'm going to take you back in time. I'm not going to time travel.
Okay.
In 1986, in October 31st,
yes,
I called in to you and related a ghost story.
Oh. Okay, well, that doesn't resonate yet. Of course, as you know, I have many ghost stories, right?
Right. But I used to live in a small town called Fowler, California,
yeah,
home of the Dancing Raisins.
The Dancing Raisins?
And we discussed the fact that there was a certain president that hated the little Dancing Raisins.
You know, there's also people who hate the Screaming Lady. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Anyway, Dancing Raisins, go ahead.
Right, but I told you a story about Lost Lake, which is just outside of Fresno, California.
Okay.
And there was a ghost story about some woman had drowned in the lake, and if you pulled your car too close to the lake, she would come up and scratch on the back of your car, which as a teenager we thought was funny.
Really?
Until it happened to us.
Exactly. Yeah, that kind of thing is really funny, I guess, if you're watching it happen to somebody else. But if it happens to you, it's like the Screaming Lady.
Yeah, there was a lot of screaming people in the car.
I'm sure. So she scratched. Did she get in?
No, she didn't get in, but she left marks on the back of the car.
What?
Which we had to explain to the young man's parents.
I bet that went well.
Yeah, they said, oh, no, you guys scratched it, so we're going to make all of you pay for it.
Probably said more than that. Probably said, what were you doing parked in the first place?
Well, yeah, that was everyone's parents' question.
Yeah, that's right. It's beginning to be mine, and my daughter's only 8.
There you go. You have a lot more to look forward to when she hits the teenage years.
Oh, I know, and she is so pretty. How am I ever going to... Anyway, so is that the end of the story, that you had to explain the scratches and then pay?
Well, I didn't have to pay, but the guys had to pay.
It's always better. How come it works that way? How come the guys always have to pay?
You're usually the ones with jobs.
Well, it used to be that way, but now we live in this age of equality. In paying, too.
Well, but you guys always make more money.
Well, see, that may not be true anymore, honestly.
Well, it's starting
Donna,
to change.
in our day, when we were young, yeah, true. But today, I'm telling you, there's a lot of gals that make way more than guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
All right. Well, Donna, thank you very, very much for the call. It was a pleasure. And take care. All right. Remember, MITD 55 is for overseas. Let's go to British Columbia. You are on the air. It's midnight. Hi.
Hi, Art.
Hello. Extinguish device, please.
Done.
I still hear it.
David, I got it off.
Okay, David.
I'm watching you on Periscope right now.
Are you?
Yep. I saw you waving. I'm calling from Nanaimo, British Columbia, Canada.
Yes.
Very, very happy to see you back on the air, Art.
Well, thank you. You know what? I can probably make it look better in here. Let me turn out this light and then increase my backlight if I know anything about photography, and I don't know much. Now, I've changed that. Does that sort of change the view a little bit?
You know what's odd is you're delayed on there. You're delayed more online. Like I am a time traveler as far as being subscribed to your show.
Right.
When I'm listening to your show, you're delayed more than Periscope, but you are delayed on Periscope as well, but not too much. Actually, you look better with the light off. It just turned off now.
Okay, that's what I was asking. I know with photography, generally you want backlight, right?
Yeah, no, that looks better just like that.
Okay, cool. Anyway,
Yeah.
what is on your mind?
Art, are you going to have a weekend host? We'd love to see you bring George Knapp aboard.
Well, we're going to have weekend shows. Now, you know where George is, right? And George, has a really big job with Channel 8 in Las Vegas, and he really can't do any more. So I think the odds are pretty much against it, much as even I love George Knapp. So, well, love is a strong word. I respect George Knapp, and I'd love to have him here. So, George, if you're listening and you want to come, invite's open, buddy.
Awesome. Hey, I was on your last show. I was called for the Ghost to Ghost show, and I was called away. And my wife was trying to get a hold of me, and my cell phone was ringing, and I was in a place that I couldn't go. I sure hope that you're going to do Ghost to Ghost again this year.
We're going to do. Now, listen to me. We're going to do Ghost to Ghost digital. Ghost to Ghost digital.
Well, I will be submitting my story again, definitely.
All right. I will be listening, definitely.
Great.
Thank you very, very much for the call. Take care. And what I'm going to do, I hardly know what I'm doing, is go to my time traveler line and say you're on midnight. Hello. Hello? Going once.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
This is hello.
Hello.
Yes.
You want a kiss? What?
This
Let's
is
go.
Theodore.
Speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hello. Is this Art Bell?
Yes.
Oh my God, Art Bell.
Yes.
I'm a time traveler. I came back just to hear you. I got through. Well, this device here. I get this device not working right. It's to calibrate for the portals around the planets. Allow me to walk through.
All right. So you really are. You're a time traveler, right?
Yeah. I need to make sure. What time is it?
It's 10:46 and 44 seconds, Mark.
What year, though?
2015.
I just came from the year 3126. I'm totally lost.
3126
right now.
God, 3126. That's way out there. What can you tell me about 3126, please?
Well, there's a lot of land. There's not many buildings anymore. We live underground.
Oh. That's not good at all. Why do you live underground, pray tell?
Radiation. The sun has moved too close to the planet.
Well, I'm vaguely familiar with planetary mechanics, and I don't know how the sun could move. I know that NASA has been talking about moving the Earth further away from the sun for global cooling to take place. But
well, I'm no scientist where I'm at, but like I guess the planets has moved closer to the sun, or the other way around. It's confusing.
It would be.
The science here is so far advanced. I guess like.
Well,
I don't know much.
Well, we already listen. In 2015, we've already got trouble with global warming.
2015, where you're at? No kidding.
Yeah, we've got a lot of trouble with global warming.
I can't stay here long.
Okay, so I'm getting some weird echo. So what else can you tell me important about 3126?
3126? Well, the subterranean tunnels throughout the planet have begun to collapse.
That's bad.
And we're looking for other destinations across the world to advance our civilization.
I see. So if you live underground, tunnels would be really important for getting to, from point A to point B, yes?
Yes, exactly. And the
sounds like a
travel,
very
transportation.
Yeah, we're having a little problem here. It sounds like a terrible future. I'm concerned.
My time is almost up. The portal's opening again, and I have to go through, or I'll be stuck here.
All right. Well, you don't want that. Thank you very much for the call. Can you imagine a future? Can you, where the world has become so dangerous in some way, or the planetary alignments have become, as he suggested, so close that we have to go underground? That's not a future I would look forward to at all. Okay, if you're outside the country, MITD 55, and that means outside North America, okay? Outside North America only, MITD 55. Scott, on Skype, you're on midnight. Hello, Scott. Going once for Scott? Gee, you tried so hard to get through. I really hate to see people not make it. Let's try Ray. Hello, Ray on Skype. You're on the air.
Hey, Art. It's a pleasure to finally talk to you.
Well, thank you.
I just want to say from Oregon, a big fan and good friend of mine, Chad, who's also a big fan. We're very happy to have you back on the air.
It's great to be here. Are you, where in Oregon are you?
Eugene, actually.
Eugene. So can you hear the mighty KXL out of Portland?
No, I don't, but again, my buddy Chad, he is actually in Portland.
Okay. Well, then he's listening to you right now, no doubt.
I'm sure he is.
So what's up?
So I have a couple things for you. I have a story of precognition that I'd like to share and a wish list for the show, if you may.
All right. Fire away.
All right. So, several years ago, it was about my daughter's birthday, which is in September, and I got really, really sick. And I mean, lots of medication, down, barely cognitive of the environment around me.
Right.
And my wife and I were talking while I was in this haze, and I made a prediction. I said, December, I think it was 18th. That's the first day it's going to snow. So at least 3 months out. And so we wrote it down on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, if it happens, wow, that'd be weird. As the date approached, much anxiety. Is it going to happen? No snow yet, no snow yet. That day, that morning, it started snowing.
Well, that's once. So it could be a happy coincidence, or you could have mental powers.
Hey, let's not.
No, I'm serious. So obviously you were going to try again, right?
Well, I'm not saying that nothing like that hasn't happened before and it won't happen again, but that was one of the more spectacular ones.
Okay. Well, all I can say is keep trying. It is spectacular, and if you can really predict events and you see something awful coming, call us right away.
You bet.
All right. Thank you very much for the call. Let's go to the time traveler line and say you are on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Hi, this is Rich. I'm in southern New Mexico.
Hi, Rich. That's very fortunate. Almost a local call for you. You're coming in on a Yeah, I see you are in New Mexico. How about that? You're coming in on our Roswell time traveler line, so I presume you are a time traveler, right?
Well, I don't know for sure. I think I had at least time warp experience that was pretty interesting.
Okay, I'm not sure if warp is the same as traveler, but I guess you could be an inadvertent traveler, kind of, right?
Right. This has only happened to me one time, but it was pretty impressive.
All right, tell me about it.
Okay, I got out of the Marines in 1971 and went back to the University of New Mexico and worked on a couple of archaeological field schools as a photographer, and had been a geology major and decided to switch to anthro and was taking archaeology classes. And one of my professors said, "Hey, if you would like to take a couple semesters off, I've got a job for you with the Museum of New Mexico doing survey work." So I dropped out of school, went up to Santa Fe, and ended up on a survey of a coal mining lease up near Farmington. It was the San Juan power plant eventually. It's right across the river from the Four Corners power plant.
Okay.
But the lease was about 2 miles wide, about 8 miles long, and it took us two guys several weeks to survey the whole thing. We were doing this on foot.
Okay, we don't have a lot of time here, so we've got to kind of get to the center of the story.
Well, the guy I was working with was kind of a loose cannon, and I decided to just camp out on the lease rather than go into town with him at night.
Right.
It was getting pretty dangerous. So one night I was sleeping in my tent. There was a full moon, and I heard all of this singing, drum beats, and off about, maybe a quarter mile or less, I could see a big campfire, and it was up against a cliff face, and I could see shadows of people dancing, and I could even see people up on the top of the ridge in the moonlight. This went on for 2-3 hours, and at that time of year, the Navajo people have a nighttime ceremony. It's called a squaw dance, and it's sort of Sadie Hawkins. The girls ask the boys to dance, and you're in trouble if you say no. Anyway, I guess 2 or 3 in the morning maybe, things quieted down. Well, the next morning, my partner hadn't shown up yet. He was frequently late, and so I decided to hike over and take a look at what was going on the night before.
Okay, the story has to end pretty quick because the clock is...
Okay, well, all right. Well, there was no tracks, no nothing, and I was standing on an Anasazi ruin from about 1050 AD.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
So you began looking around for anybody from, now, right?
Right, and the soil there was a kind of a compacted shale mostly, shows tracks real well,
So it's like you got thrown into the past, huh?
Yes, and I mean, it was vivid.
Such short time. For how long did you remain there?
That particular morning, or?
That particular time, yes. Or were you there for days and days, or months, or years, or what?
No, just a few hours.
A few hours. And how did you snap out of it?
Just walked back to my tent, and that was the end of it.
So your tent was right where it was supposed to be?
Yes.
Huh.
But, it still spooks me. Just telling you the story.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, thank you very much. Can you imagine that just blasted into the past, where you can clearly see it's a past? Oh, my. We'll be right back.
Okay, let's see. What do we want to do? Well, hi, everybody. We're only going to be up for a few more minutes. It's Art in the studio, and I hope you can see something. I just put the camera there and sort of pointed it in this direction. So I'm not going to be on very long. Let me see. Let me update and see what people are saying. Let's see. Look at this. Art, I've been listening to you since I was 12. I'm 33 now. Glad to have you back. Yikes. So I guess some of you are seeing 665 of you on Periscope. Wow. Really? What kind of clock is that? It's a cool clock. That's what it is. Let me point up. See if I can really show it to you. It is a cool clock. Definitely a cool clock. It is attached to the internet, and the clock is atomically controlled. Look at all these people. My goodness. Oh, my. It's a young lady. Trisha, I guess. Unusual spelling. All right, we're about to come back.
Take a walk on the wild side of midnight. From the kingdom of Nye, this is Midnight in the Desert with Art Bell. Please call the show at 1-952-225-5278. That's 1-952-CALL-ART.
That would be me. We're doing open lines. Anything you want to talk about is absolutely fair game. We do have a line open for time travelers, and that number goes, or is routed, I guess, through Roswell, New Mexico. It's area code 575-208-7787, and I must say we have done very well in the time traveler category. Now, there's no way to know if we're really talking to a time traveler or not. But in all seriousness, I do think that time travel either is happening now, people can actually travel in time, or will be able to travel in time. And when you talk to people like this and you question them about, when they are and what's going on then, whenever then is, you get some interesting answers. And, of course, you can sort of write it down. And if you're still alive when that year comes, I'm still bothered by this cell phones get thicker thing. That just can't be. I would go with the fellow who said implants, right? On Skype, it's how do I pronounce your name?
Trisha.
Trisha. It is Trisha. Tysha. That's unusual. Very unusual.
Absolutely. It's very nice to talk to you. My husband's been a fan for many, many years.
Well, hello there to your husband. Okay, you probably have a device on in the background. That will confuse you mightily. You need to turn it off, or you won't make sense.
Let me try.
Yeah,
I don't know what device I have on. It's the headphones, probably.
Yeah, it'll really confuse you. It's like 30 seconds in the past. It's like time travel.
Can you hear me okay now?
I can, but it's going to confuse you.
I hear you. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know that you did the Ghost to Ghost, on the Coast to Coast, and I have kind of a creepy story.
Okay.
It's kind of a short and...
Okay, you've still got it on, don't you? You're not going to make sense as long as you have that on in the background.
I need you to...
Yeah, it's going to confuse you, I'm telling you. Now it's even louder.
Okay, can you hear me okay?
No, now I'm hearing myself. Okay, we're going to have to terminate this. Let that, I'm sorry we missed your creepy story, Tricia, but here's the deal. Because of, the the delay between here and you, it amounts to about 30 seconds. So if you leave your device, whatever your device is, on in the background, you are going to sound so confused, you're never going to be able to tell a story. You're never going to be able to sound like you know what you're talking about, because you can't help yourself. I'm no different. Trust me. If I began to hear myself 30 seconds ago, I would probably come to a dead stop. I couldn't handle it. So when you actually get on the air, you've got to turn that off immediately. You've got to be prepared to turn it off immediately. We have a time traveler. Hello there. You are on Midnight.
Hello there, Mr. Bell. How are you tonight?
I'm doing okay, sir.
Well, I'm a time traveler, and I must say I've been listening for a while, and a lot of these guys, when you ask them about the science, it's kind of interesting because none of them can really answer the science behind it.
But I do understand why that could be. If they were to actually give away the kind of science that they would have to give away to satisfy me, they might cause some sort of terrible ripple effect in time, because we could suddenly make a machine. So, but nevertheless, if you are going to give us the science, then go ahead.
Well, here's the deal. Here's how this works. Okay, are you familiar with the spooky action at a distance?
Yes.
Okay, now
quantum entanglement.
Yes. Now, back in the year, well, several years from now, and I might inspire the young scientist that comes up with this, we launch a probe to the sun, and we throw some particles up at the sun, and those particles instantaneously charge our batteries, or what you could call like a battery. It's an infinite battery source, okay? Now, here's the biggest problem is you've got a phase gravity, okay? And that's the biggest thing with time travel is phasing gravity. And see, anybody who says there's a time traveler out there that doesn't understand the science, they're crazy because, you know, we come back, we get seeds all the time because there's a lot of things that don't grow right since all the DNA crap that they did to the plants. So, you know, people are getting allergic to all this stuff. Even starting now, you're starting to see some of that. But,
a lot of allergies this year in the desert. Listen, what year have you traveled to or from?
Well, I'm more like a 2040. I mean, we're a group of people that collect seeds, and just by me collecting those seeds throws me into a different quantum, which you could say a different timeline. At least that's the easiest way you could describe it. You know, Back to the Future's funny. You know, we play clips of that, but you know, it's not. But it couldn't be. I mean, you got to remember. I mean, you're changing, you're warping, you're phasing space and time around you. And you got to have an endless amount of power, and the only place you can do that is through the sun. And the interesting part in this, I'll leave you with this.
Yes. Don't leave me yet. First of all, I want to know why you need the seeds. It bodes.
Well, you see, history repeats itself just through different things. So,
yes,
like
it does.
So, like you had the big evil cigarette companies, now you got the big evil. You know, this time it's the people that are going to mess this up for at least a good 60 years.
Oh, God.
And that's getting rid of the crap that's in all the plants. And see, the plants when they grow, you know, you got these bees that pollinate them. And when these bees are pollinating, these things are going and buzzing around and doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. But you know, all these chemicals are medically changing them. They're medically changing the plants. And then you wind up, you see, DNA is a 4-bit code, okay? It's not like a computer. Computers today, when you guys think you got it figured out, you're crazy. It's 4 bits, okay? And with DNA being 4 bits, you start monkeying with that. Next thing you know, you got to come back, you got to get the original thing. And good luck. You know, good heavens, thank the Lord we got time.
So are you wait a minute, are you telling me that you're here to get seeds or to carry seeds?
Yeah, we do it all the time. We burn entire crops that get contaminated still.
Right.
So I mean, you look at, and it's and we don't want to mess with the bees anymore, because if you mess with the bees, and the bees will carry that pollen, so you can't kill the bees, so you got to kill crops, and that's the only way you can keep containment. I mean, that's the sad part, and majority of what you have in the future because of the food crisis is nothing but farmers.
How far in the future have you gone?
Well, I don't go into the future. We more or less are concerned with current day survival of our families. I mean, if you've got kids and you got families, you understand immediately you're interested in that. There's some people that have, but to do a future event versus a past event's much harder, because, you know, wherever you're going to materialize, as they call it,
yes,
is you gotta remember, if you don't know where you're going, you can wind up in the middle of something. That'd be like in the middle of that ship. What was the name of that ship that was out there? There was that, not Manhattan, but there's some ship that they were playing with gravity, and they got it all monkeyed up, and men were in the...
I think you may be talking about the Philadelphia experiment.
There you go. You got the nail right on the head there, Sonny.
Okay, good. All right, well, listen, I truly appreciate your call. I do understand that seeds in time could be a very, very important commodity, right? If you need seeds, well, that means something pretty dire has occurred. Let's go to, how about Ray? Ray, you're on the air on Skype, I hope.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, Ray. Where are you?
I am in Akron, Ohio.
Akron, Ohio. Good.
And years ago, I was a board op for one of your affiliates.
Really?
Yes, sir. You and I spent a lot of nights together.
Yes, sir. A board op is, well, Ray, I don't know if you're watching me right now. I'm on Periscope so people can see. But I kind of do everything. You know, I answer the phones, I take care of the music and the raw stuff and the telephones and, my goodness, everything.
Well, I am totally blind, so I won't be watching you.
Wow. Okay, now, I'm very sorry.
I'll tell you two reasons why I called.
Okay, Ray, but before that, how were you able to be a board op, if you don't mind my asking?
Well, radio is primarily an aural medium.
Oh, yes.
And back in the bad old days, we had proper analog meters.
That's
so
true.
It was really easy to tell when the pin was getting banged.
Okay. All right. You said you had a couple things.
I do. You actually led off my webcast on Friday evening.
I did?
Oh, yes, but in a rather unusual way.
How did I do it?
Oh, you snored on 3840.
It wasn't me that did that. That was, no, wait a minute. No, wait. I know who that was. That was a friend of mine named Ben. And one night he fell asleep on the microphone, keyed it, and snored on 3840.
Yeah, but your identifier went off and everybody thought it was you.
Well, that may well be, but it wasn't me. It was Ben. Trust me, it was Ben, buddy. And he snored for a long time. You know what? We had to end up calling his mother and having her wake him up. It was a little embarrassing.
Well, it was great fun for everybody that listened to the webcast on Friday evening, regardless of who did it.
Yeah. Okay. What else?
The other thing.
Yes.
You had Ed Daines on years ago.
Uh-huh.
And as someone who is totally blind, I was very curious how he was able to teach or train totally blind people to remote view. Is there any possibility that you might get him again?
Well, there's always a possibility, but the guy owes me gold, and it's never showed up. And until the gold gets here, I'm not sure Ed will.
Well, you might have to talk to his leprechaun about that.
All right. Well, listen, thank you very, very much. Thank you for the call.
Sir.
And I've got to go, so away we go, and I'm going to end my video days on Skype. But it's been fun. It really has. Thank you all. This is Midnight.
If I could